New tonight, new documents show more problems in how patients were cared for at Hacienda Healthcare.
The embattled critical care medical facility is at risk now of losing its state license. Brianna Whitney here with the latest development. Brianna, what have you found now?
Yeah, so this survey was done by the health department just this past May, and it revealed there were more problems with patient abuse cases after the initial incident where a patient was raped and gave birth back in December.
The woes at Hacienda Healthcare continue, specifically inside their ICF unit, where their most vulnerable patients live. According to the health department's May survey, Hacienda failed to implement their abuse policy twice, failed to prevent further potential abuse, and failed to ensure that abuse allegations were thoroughly investigated. The report highlights two incidents that happened at the end of April. In one of them, a client was taken out of the facility for a couple hours by family and came back with bruises on his face, upper arm, and blood coming from his nose. The report says he told staff a family member did that to him as discipline. DHS says Hacienda's CEO said in a case like this, the facility would ban those family members back on property until an investigation was complete. But that didn't happen. The report also found there was no written policy on how the facility should conduct an abuse investigation. In another incident during that same week, the health department says a client ended up on the floor while scratching and pulling the hair of a caregiver because she tried to restrain him into his wheelchair with a seatbelt. The report says that patient should have been allowed to be out of his wheelchair at that time, and someone involved in the incident said a caregiver freaked out probably because she didn't know how to deal with the client. DHS says the incident was not properly recorded as abuse and was not thoroughly investigated after. The health department says this shows staff members were poorly trained.
Now, we asked Hacienda about all of this today. They say the issues in the survey were immediately corrected on site, and their written plan of correction for the state will be filed shortly in accordance with the state's guidelines. Now, they have not yet said whether they'll request a hearing to fight the state against losing their license to operate the ICF unit, where all of these incidents have happened. Reporting live in the newsroom tonight, Brianna Whitney for Arizona's Family.